So we've got the problem from the medical perspective, and we've got the cause of the problem that we're going to start to identify now in our second phase, okay? How do we do that? We use the SFMA, right? I'm going to go through, I'm going to look at now, I'm a few weeks out, I can start getting them moving a little bit. I can look at their top tier patterns. I can categorize them as either functional or not, and painful or not. And then I can go through my breakout process that if you had the SFMA, you've had that. Greg Rose described it for one pattern, but we do it for all the patterns that are dysfunctional and not painful first. Remember? We do DNs, dysfunctional, non-painful patterns first. I don't want to put them into an extension pain. In this case, it's going to be painful till the very end, okay? So we follow the SFMA. Here's where the research and the logic and everything that happens with the extension back pain patients blends in beautifully with what we do at Functional Movement Systems, okay? And many times what we see is the forward bending is dysfunctional. I can't touch my toes, it doesn't hurt. Backwards bending hurts, so I start with forward bending, okay? So in these spondy athletes, many times the SFMA leads me to work on their toe touch first, okay? That's a non-painful pattern. Let's normalize flexion before we start worrying about extension, because flexion is what we're going to use to protect that stressed area and find the big problems, okay? So a lot of people that have extension back pain want to go in and treat the back for extension. Like, that's the last thing you do. You leave it alone and follow the rules. Often we see that we're going to do our breakout process for the DNs. Very often flexion is where we start, okay? So I do a lot of flexion core control in these patients pretty early on,